Today, I'll be interviewing Pietra Stone, who claims to be a trans-kingdom, transgender, lesbian stone.
Hi, thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. So, Pietra, could you please clarify for our listeners what it means to be trans-kingdom and transgender?
Well, I just prefer to call myself trans, because I think the trans community should include all people who have transitioned, either in terms of gender, species, or kingdom.
Okay, so what have you transitioned to?
Well, I have transitioned from the animal kingdom and into the mineral kingdom. I now identify as a rock, so I am part of the mineral kingdom now. And I've also changed genders. I am now female and a lesbian.
That really is quite unique.
Well, certainly not the only person to transition across kingdoms. I identify specifically as the volcanic rock known as Pumice.
Pumice, okay. So, Pietra, you said that you are also transgender and have the sexual orientation of lesbian.
That is correct.
So, how is it possible to be both a rock and transgender? Rocks don't have gender or any sex characteristics that I'm aware of. They're inorganic, meaning not living.
Like most members of the trans community, I define gender as a deeply held innate personal belief. The same goes for your kingdom. Simply put, I'm a part of the mineral kingdom and also a female and a lesbian.
And were you born male?
Yes, I was born male and human, but I've transitioned and I feel complete as a rock.
So, could you tell me a bit about your gender? How does the female gender manifest for you as a rock?
Well, much as in most species or objects, I have a large hole drilled in my surface. I believe this makes me female. Rocks can have cross-kingdom relationships. You will remember, I'm sure, the woman who married a piece of the Berlin Wall.
I do remember the woman who married a piece of the Berlin Wall.
Bricks are made from clay, which in turn comes from igneous rocks. So there is a legally upheld example of a relationship between woman and mineral.
Between woman and mineral. I never thought of it that way. So, have you had surgery on your penis? I know it's a bit personal, but I just thought that that would be appropriate as rocks don't have penises.
The thought of surgery terrified me, and as I don't actively use that organ in my sex life, it is irrelevant to my identity. Many trans women have not had genital surgery, but identify as female.
Are you in a relationship at the moment, Pietra?
Yes, a lesbian relationship with a beautiful transgender woman who fancies inanimate objects. Not mineral specifically, but she loves me for the pumice stone I am, and that makes me very happy.
I always wonder, is it pumice or pumice?
Pumice.
Okay, pumice. Could you please walk me through your transitioning process a bit? What is involved in becoming a rock, and a pumice stone at that?
Well, I've had a large mineral surface constructed out of pumice, and I wear it at all times. And there is a hole in it, which is my vagina.
So fascinating. That is absolutely fascinating. Did you see a professional for this?
Well, a friend of mine is a geologist, and he helped me out.
You mentioned before the interview that you faced hate mail, death threats and discrimination, hence you're choosing not to appear on camera. Could you tell me about some of those difficulties you faced, Pietra?
For a movement preaching acceptance, the trans community have expressed so much hatred that I've almost been driven to suicide. It's ironic, as we both believe that identity and gender is innate rather than biological. I've also struggled to keep my job, and I've had women in department stores assume that I'm doing some sort of promotion and try to exfoliate their dry skin on my surface, which is tantamount to rape.
I'm so sorry to hear that. So do you think, Pietra, that the trans kingdom individuals would benefit from a celebrity role model, much like Caitlyn Jenner, to further your cause? Are there any famous people that you think might have a secret allegiance with the mineral kingdom?
Of course.
Yeah?
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is probably the most obvious, and certain members of the Rolling Stones. But Miley Cyrus holds the most potential, as I think she's a closet bismuth mineral.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.